Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one, and it comes your way next.
After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between our AFC champions and the representatives from the NFC. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks. The moment these teams have fought for has finally arrived. Off we go in Super Bowl 67. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll be led out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite, the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing now, off play action. Finds the in route, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
They'll throw on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Looking for a throw here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
He stopped on the return at the 27. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. They'll try and throw it here. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Catch made by Mitchell. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Following that incompletion, we've got an injured player on the field in need of a look from the trainers. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now they turn to their rookie from Georgia for the first time. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down. Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Throwing now on 1st down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Every once in a while, sure, a pass, it can go for a negative yard. But lose that much, I promise you, that call will never come up on the call sheet again.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Only a couple that time, and it leaves him well behind the sticks for a 3rd and 15. Looking to the air here. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's brought down for a loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Starting from the 5. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He'll look to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
They'll bring out the punter here. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Looking slant route, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll throw it. It's caught left side by Mitchell. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he takes this ahead to the 40-yard line before going down. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. Pass play now. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On 1st down, they'll run. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So that's a wrap on the 1st quarter of Super Bowl 67. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll get you back to Atlanta after this. Welcome back, everyone. About to get back down to the field for the 2nd quarter of Super Bowl 67. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Pass play coming here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Their offense ready to take the field now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Finds a man right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Dropping back to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Now looking to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Play action on 1st down. He's going deep. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll throw it again. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. He completes it in traffic. And he's brought down after a short gain. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. He's dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give him a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throwing it again here. Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 7. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Back to throw. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. He just throws this one away. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you have to make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
Now this offense getting set to work here. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. Gets this to Woods. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. He's going to throw this one. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they're going to take over possession. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Complete out to the right. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun. That's taken in by Samuel. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that gives them the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he gets this forward to the 19. 2nd and 3 now. From the 19. Hits him on the in route. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. This one's caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. They are throwing it again. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it'll be 3rd down. Setting up a throw. He's on the move. And they take this in for the score. These guys take the lead just before halftime. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense getting to take the field one more time in the half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. Pass play on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. Trying again, following the set. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He fields this at the 18. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl. The rest of the league can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these two teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. This return starts at the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. To throw here on first down. That's going to be cut by Mitchell. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll give them a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll run it from the gun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's a throw. Hit some space around midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll give him a first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Throwing now on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing now off play action. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down from the red zone. And he's in. Touchdown. These guys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys tie things 10-10. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense getting all set for this series. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw now. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 2nd and 3 now. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. All right, set now, 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards. to get home for the big sack.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. They'll get 6 on the run, but still need twice that now. 3rd and 12 coming up. Looking for a throw here. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And they'll have first down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Brought in right side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And they're going to have a first down. Throwing off the play fake here. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown! Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one splits the uprights. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. He fields it from the 8. Returns looking good so far. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Another try following the sack. Catch made over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now they'll throw out of the gun. Avoid some trouble there. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Punting unit out now. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Has it at the 37. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to the air here. Hits him on the out route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll throw it again. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
From the 35 on second down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back, third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. He'll look to throw. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
This offense ready to get going again now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
We've reached the end of the third here in Super Bowl 67. They've got the ball, need to challenge that lead, though, for a chance at the title. Third and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
Offense going for it here, 4th and 5. Back now, pressure on its way. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Plowing up the middle. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. From the 28, he finds Woods. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. He'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Pass play now. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! These guys now trail by just a point in the fourth. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And these guys make it 17 all. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now this offense ready to head back out. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try to miss the mark. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Pass play coming here. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, Brock, they could have gone run to set up 3rd and short, or they could air it out and try for more. They picked the latter, and the coverage was ready for it.
Sure was, Kate, and this is why I play in this position. You've got to have a short memory. You must flush it. I love the decision to be aggressive. I always fall on that side of the coin, but when you throw a pick in that situation, such a manageable 2nd down, well, you got to learn from it, move on, and certainly flush it away.
First down, ball at the 36. Airing it out to start this drive. And a man is there to knock that away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds Woods. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This offense making its way back out now. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. He cuts it to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. And they bring him down around the 34. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
2nd
from the 34. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. They motion the tight end over. From the gun on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Throwing now from the gun. Nabs along that sideline. Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. 2nd and 3 now. Hand off to the back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Cut near the goal line. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Here's the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They're running again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. He'll throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown! When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And his guys take a 4-point lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense getting set to go. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun here. Hits him on the in route. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Back to throw it. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Here's Harris. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And they do not get a desperately needed first down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
The offense headed back to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Play action on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Trying again, following the sack. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. And he will take this in. Touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here, 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys drive their lead to 11. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense running back out now. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
2nd and 10 now. Cut out left. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away. And that makes it 2nd down. They'll throw it again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one doesn't go far. Now to throw. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Desperation time here on 4th. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Their whole season has led to this moment. He takes a knee, let the celebration begin. And the Lombardi Trophy is all theirs. We have a Super Bowl champion.